Hey, what up, you guys? This is Danny B. You're watching The Trash Stash. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing The Evil That Men Do with Charles Bronson.
When the courts can't do what they must, Bronson will. Bronson fighting all the evil that men do.
If you like any of those 80s Charles Bronson action movies or any 80s action movies in general, I would check it out. It totally feels kind of like a canon movie, but a little bit darker than an average canon movie, and probably not as much stupid shit in there. This is one I really hope Shout Factory gets a hold of and does a restoration to, because this DVD is pretty bad quality. And honestly, I think my DVD, I don't know if this is a DVD issue or if this is an issue with their publication or whatever, but my shit shuts off 20 minutes before the movie's over. And I'm going to burn a copy of my own DVD and see if it still has that problem. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. Hopefully they put this out soon on a new Blu-ray. But if you like the Death Wish movies, I definitely recommend this movie. This is Charles Bronson teamed up with the director who did 10 to Midnight and the original Cape Fear. I think his name is J. Lee Thompson. And he did a bunch of Charles Bronson movies. And I actually think he's a better director with Bronson than Michael Winner, who did the Death Wish movies. Michael Winner was great at the Death Wish series, but when he's not doing Death Wish, Charles Bronson's better with this J. Lee Thompson, sorry. And this movie's awesome. This is Charles Bronson as a retired hitman, and he's on an island living with his fish. What's his name? Quasimodo. And every morning he goes and says, "Hello, Quasimodo." So that's all he's doing with his life. But there is this sick fucking doctor who's going around torturing people for the government. And he's going to extreme lengths to torture these people. Fucking hooking electricity to people's nuts and stuff like that. And it's brutal even for movie standards. It's pretty hardcore shit. So this guy goes to Bronson on the island and is like, "Hey, here's evidence of this guy torturing an entire country." I think it's Peru. He's like, "This guy's torturing the entire country. Can you do something about it? For God's sakes, can you fucking just kill this guy?" So Bronson's like, "Sorry, I left that life behind." But then, I don't know, he sees one more videotape or something. He's like, I think I'll do it. So he's like, "I'm going to need a wife and a child so I don't look suspicious." So he goes down to Peru or whatever it is, South America. And he's trying to blend in with the locals. And by doing that, he goes to a bar. And this fucking giant monster of a guy goes over and tries to immediately fuck Bronson's wife. Or his, pretend wife. So Bronson isn't having any of it. He tries to joke and, make a joke and, let the guy leave on his own. The guy doesn't do that, so Bronson fucking grabs his nuts, and steps on his neck, and I think he breaks the guy's neck.
What you're feeling now is your own mortality. This bastard knows about it. He knows all about it.
So yeah, that happens, and then everyone in the bar just kind of goes back to drinking stuff. And one of the guys who's there tries to then talk his way into a threesome with Bronson and his wife. And Bronson, this is a guy that Bronson's supposed to kill. So Bronson's like, I'm game. Everyone, come back to the room. We'll have a party. Or something like that. The guy goes back. Bronson throws a knife into his neck.
It's you and me make ourselves home. Sounds like a great idea. Woo! Not bad. First class pad. Mm-hmm. Well, how about a drink to get this party started?
It's pretty awesome the way it happens. The guy turns around and is like, all right, let's get this party started. Bronson throws the knife. It lands directly in his throat. And I think the guy's crawling around on the ground trying to still get Bronson, but nah, it's game over for that guy. Basically, the movie is kind of like Bronson taking out all this guy's henchmen. The doctor is what they call him. He's taking out all the doctor's henchmen. He's fucking throwing them off of hotel roofs and stuff like that. And he kidnaps the doctor's sister. And he's holding the doctor's sister hostage. And then he's voice recording her. So he can play back the tapes later, like Home Alone style, and fucking trick the doctor. It's a good thing he did that, because he throws her in the trunk of a car, and the doctor's henchmen are shooting the car, and when they open the trunk, she's no longer with us. Yeah, at the end of the movie, there's a big showdown in I think it's a coal mine, or maybe it's a steel mine or something, but there's a mine. And the miners are kind of standing around watching all this shit go down. Bronson and his wife are going back to meet up with the doctor. The doctor wants his sister. I think they have the kid kidnapped, and they're holding the gun to the kid's head. And basically what ends up happening is all the miners, since they got fucked over by the doctor, there's a guy with like burns all over his face. They're the ones that take the doctor out, and it's awesome. It's kind of like an EC Comics twist to like a Charles Bronson movie. It's so sick, and the way they kill him is pretty brutal. They take their like minor pickaxes and they're like picking at him, and oh yeah, he totally got what he deserved because he was a sick fucking weirdo. I give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. That's The Evil That Men Do. Alright, you guys, this is Danny B. You've been watching The Trash Stash. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the comments, and yeah, do all that stuff. And peace out.